Okay, so the technical name here is the Sony NS7, and it's what we call a neckband. Yeah, basically a glorified scarf that gives you Dolby Atmos. The thing is, I think this is going to be really easy to recommend to a specific group of people. You know what I find really funny? It's got IPX4 water resistance on it. What are people doing with this thing? Like, I mean, it feels like I thought it was gonna feel. I mean, you can feel it's on, but it's not. It's less intrusive than wearing a pair of cans. But that's the thing, if you can't spend the money on a sound system because you live in an apartment, you would, it's comparable money. You'd spend £400 on a soundbar and a subwoofer. The one thing I'm really intrigued to test is gaming with these on.
That would be cool.
Audio conferencing, people are working from home with this thing, it has a microphone in it. But the first thing I want to try is listening to some music. And the reason I want to do that is because these actually come with an application that you install on your mobile phone that scans your ear to then change the sound quality of these things. No way!
Remove the headphones from your... Turn your head slowly to the right. Turn your head slowly to the left.
No, that's mental.
So it's now scanned my ears, it's completed that, and it's optimized the Tidal application. So now, I get to listen to some music. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's crisp. Sounds really good. Like around my head there's a decent amount of bass.
Yeah.
Can you hear that at all or not?
I can kind of hear the bass, but not.
Do you want to try it, man?
Yeah. It actually just feels like you've got headphones on.
Transparency, man.
Yeah, it's
But
like that.
It's real transparency.
Because you've not got any headphones on. Because you can feel the bass.
It's live, isn't
You
it?
feel it, can't you? You know,
Yeah,
like when you go to
yeah.
a gig and your chest feels like it's going to blow.
Okay, so they passed the music test, but obviously these are quite an intricate product that have a wide use case. I need to try some spatial audio, I want to try some gaming with the PS5 on these, and listen to some films with Dolby Atmos and see what these things can actually do. But so far, these are different, but really, really cool. Now, I've got a set of Sony's old headphones here, and comparing this neckband with the set of headphones looking specifically at the weight, they're pretty much about the same. However, obviously the headphones live on your head and these live on your shoulders, which can take much more weight. It doesn't feel like you're actually wearing anything. Now, the actual unit itself feels really, really nice. You've got this mesh, which obviously goes over the top and protects the speakers. You can see the Sony logo on the bottom left there. The back is made out of rubber, which is basically really, really flexible. You can actually bend this thing quite easily. Now, underneath that mesh, you've got two sets of speakers, what Sony are calling X-Balance speakers, and there's two either side, and then you've got two rear subwoofers for, well, some added low end. On the bottom of the headphones, you can find the microphone port. Now, this is what the microphone sounds like on this specific headset. Further up from the microphone hole, you've got the microphone mute button, which all these buttons are nice and rubber, like the exterior of the unit. Further on from that, we've got our power and Bluetooth light. On the left-hand side of the headset, we've got our minus volume, play and pause tracks, and our plus volume. Now, this is where it gets interesting. You also get this puck that's included. On the back of it, it has a USB-C just to power this little puck, and a digital optical or TOS link in. On the front, you've got the Sony logo and then a simple Bluetooth button. Now, I need to go home and explain more about this little puck, because this is where this gets really, really interesting. Now, before we move on to the puck and really interesting stuff, I just do want to circle back really quickly to music and podcast listening over Bluetooth to my phone, which is what I've been doing with this mainly over the last few weeks. Now, I can report the sound quality from this is absolutely insane. Just imagine a high-end Bluetooth speaker placed at low volume about 4 centimeters away from your ear, and then that will give you a, well, sort of sense as to what this actually feels like. Other than the fact that this is placed on my neck, the passive radiators are vibrating, and it feels like live performance when you're listening to music. Podcast, it's a different story. It just feels like they're there in front of you. It's really, really crisp, almost too crisp. Now, this is where the hardcore movie watchers, Dolby Atmos people, gamers are going to want to pay attention. The puck is needed basically for 3 things. The first, a codec, the second is latency, and the third is specifically with Sony TVs. Now, I'm hooking this puck into my Sony TV that's sat right behind me. Now, obviously, you can connect these directly to your TV via Bluetooth. So, Alex, what's really the point in the puck? Well, let's circle back to the first 2 points I made, is the codec over Bluetooth that this can provide using reducing the optical input and the latency. It will provide you better latency than a normal Bluetooth connection would. Do you remember that hearing profile that we set up earlier in the 360 Spatial Sound Personalizer app that took the photos of my ears? Well, basically, with a Sony TV, when you've got this plugged in, you can tell the Sony TV that yes, this thing is plugged in. You log into your Sony account on your Sony TV, the TV will then download that hearing profile that you made on the app and alter the Atmos sound so that it sounds the best that it can out of these headphones. And I am just about to experience this for the first time. The TV now knows my ears and is gonna customize the sound to fit them. What? Wow, so you can see here in the TV settings, our 3D surround is turned on and we're set up with our hearing profile, which obviously has my email address there too. Little bit of Apex Legends. Now, I know this game inside out, so it's a great test for me. Now, the first thing I'm noticing is how crisp everything is compared to using, let's say, a normal surround sound system or even your TV speakers, because it is so close to you. Right, I can hear them. Yeah, they're here. They're here. I can literally hear them. I swear I can hear people up there. Yeah, right there, right there. Oh my God, I can hear them. There we go. I'm not sure the headphones are making me a better gamer, but I can definitely hear where everybody is. Okay, so my final thoughts on this thing. Music and podcast listening around the house, this thing's cool. But where it really excels and where it's really worth the money is this Dolby Atmos 3D spatial audio experience with the puck that it comes with, especially with a Sony TV. It sounded like when I was playing this game, I mean, if I was blindfolded, I wouldn't have known a difference. You could have said, Alex, it's coming out the surround sound system in this room. It wasn't, it was coming out at a relatively low volume out of these headphones. If there was 5 or 6 or 7 other people in this house, not one of them would care. I could game through the night with these on and nobody would mind whatsoever. And I think that is the entire point of this, I was going to call it headphones, this neck speaker from Sony. These things are really growing in popularity, and my one takeaway from this is if you did purchase this and if you wanted one of these, you know who you are, you really wouldn't be disappointed. But with that being said, guys, my name's Alex, this has been TechFlow, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace. What we doing?
What?
What's going on? What do you mean, no film?
No.
Oh,
yeah, really bizarre products.
Go on then.
You're going to be loving this. Ready? 3, 2, 1.